Hello and welcome to video 3, acceptance. This is the foundation for connection. I'm Jean Ramsey from Inspired Education Coach, and I need to tell you something that might sting a little. The word acceptance often makes parents of neurodivergent children bristle. I get it. When I say acceptance, you might hear give up on your child's potential, or stop trying to help them, or accept that life will always be hard. That's not what I mean, not even close. But I do need you to accept something, and it might be the most important thing I say in this entire series. Acceptance means this: your child's brain works differently, not wrongly, just differently. And no amount of wishing, teaching, therapy, or strategy is going to make their brain work like a neurotypical brain. Now, before you click away thinking I'm telling you to stop supporting your child, stay with me. Here's what I've learned in 40 years in education. The children who thrived weren't the ones whose parents tried to fix their differences. They were the ones whose parents learned to work with their differences and celebrate them. Acceptance doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right things, the things that actually help, rather than things that fight against how your child's brain naturally operates. First, we have the should prison. Let me tell you about Tom. Tom's son was 12, autistic, brilliant at computer programming, but could barely manage to shower or remember to eat lunch. Tom was stuck in what I call the should prison. He should be able to remember basic self-care by now. He should be able to make friends easily. He should want to play football like other boys. Every should was a little stab of failure. His son felt it. Tom felt it. Their relationship was crumbling under the weight of all these shoulds. Then we did an exercise. I asked Tom, what if there were no shoulds? What if you just had the son you actually have? What would you do differently? Long pause. Then I'd stop trying to get him to football. He hates it. I'd let him code more. I'd set phone alarms for showering instead of expecting him to remember. I'd probably enjoy him more. That's acceptance. Not giving up, not lowering expectations, just releasing the exhausting battle against reality. The grief that nobody talks about. Here's what's hard. Sometimes acceptance requires grief. Grief for the child you'd imagined. Grief for the easy path you won't get. Grief for the milestones that look different or don't come at all. And our culture is terrible at letting parents grieve while still loving their child fiercely. But you can do both. You can love your child completely and grieve that things are harder than you hoped. You can celebrate your child's incredible ability to memorize train timetables and feel sad that birthday parties are just overwhelming for them. You can accept your child's brain works differently and still want good things for them. This isn't contradiction. This is reality. And until you give yourself permission to feel all of it, the love, the grief, the frustration, the joy, the exhaustion, the pride, you'll be stuck fighting against what is. From fighting to dancing. Here's my favourite metaphor. Imagine you're dancing with a partner, but you're actually listening to different music. If you're constantly trying to force them to move differently, to dance the way you think they should, you're not really dancing together. You're fighting. And it's exhausting for both of you. But if you learn their natural rhythm, if you work with their movement rather than against it, then suddenly you're actually dancing to the same music. That's what acceptance creates. it stops fighting. And in that space where fighting used to be, connection and love grows. I worked with a grandmother, a lovely woman, who said to me, I spent 2 years trying to teach my grandson to make eye contact. I thought he was just being rude. 2 years of look at me when I'm talking to you. Then I accepted he wasn't going to. And you know what happened? He started actually talking to me because I'd stopped making every conversation a battle. Practical acceptance. So what does acceptance look like practically? It's saying, my child isn't being defiant, they're just dysregulated and responding accordingly. It's letting go of the birthday party at the soft play centre because you accept that sensory hell for your child, even if it disappoints you. It's accepting that homework might need to happen in 10-minute chunks at 9 o'clock instead of fighting for the proper time and place. It's accepting that your child shows love differently, maybe not through words or hugs, but through sharing their special interest with you. It's accepting that school might be genuinely harder for your child than it is for neurotypical children. And that doesn't mean they're not trying. I promise you, they are trying really hard. What acceptance isn't? Acceptance is not giving up on your child's growth, excusing harmful behaviour, refusing support or intervention, accepting poor treatment from schools or services, stopping all therapies or strategies. Acceptance is the foundation for effective support, because once you accept how your child's brain actually works, you can choose strategies that work with them, not against them. The greatest impact of you accepting your child as they are gives the child validation. They feel loved and supported. Your takeaway: write down 3 shoulds that you're holding on to about your child. Then ask yourself, if I let go of this should, what would become possible? In the next video, we get practical. We'll talk about action, the small, sustainable changes that work when they're built on awareness and acceptance. If you're ready to start this journey, I've created a free guide called 100 Parenting Tips for Neurodivergent Families. The link will be in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.